Well, a very warm welcome to you. Congratulations for joining Bennett Hay. It's great to bring new colleagues on board. It's a great fit in terms of our continued growth and attracting and retaining really great people. So I hope you have a great experience with Bennett Hay. And I guess as part of your welcome, we just wanted to tell the story of how it began. So probably what you should know is that Rob and I have we worked together we used to say 20 years. Well, what is it now? It's called Queen's to graduate. I didn't manage it. Yeah, you see, I got that's headed to my head. That's right. It's 25 years. 25. Yeah. So, none of our respective wives, we often say, don't we? So, what you how many times? Yeah, yes. No, so I have to say, I mean, we, like a lot of our colleagues, yeah, we sort of have a background of hospitality to hotels, restaurants, and then a long stint with other contract caterers and facilities management providers. So we've seen a lot of the industry and a lot of exposure to London seas in our marketplace. So I guess what a great training ground. And then you eventually get to the point where it's time to do things better than perhaps companies we worked for in the past. So you tend to take all the great things you've learned from your various leaders and people that inspire you, and you decide, okay, it's time we do the right thing. And so that's what happened in 2010. In fact, as we were saying to somebody earlier this week, we got to the point where we stopped making mistakes out of people's expense. And by forming our own company, started to make mistakes at our own expense. Yeah, which is the best way to learn. But yeah, no, hospitality background for both of us. And the thing is, we enjoy working together so much. And organizations can be very political, where it's a lot of, a lot of trouble, not with us, not in our organization. So if you thrive on that, you found the wrong business, I have to say. The business started really coming out of working together through several organizations. And we came to a realization that we weren't entirely fulfilled doing what we were doing. And we sat at a kitchen table and said, why don't we do this? And we decided that we would do it. We would create something that would be unique and that would be London-based. We wanted to create a bespoke hospitality service with a focus on guest service in our business, with great food and great people. And, it's been a phenomenal journey, I have to say. In the years that we've been doing this, we've been highly selective around the clients that we work with. The proof there is just how wonderful our range of clients are as we continue to grow year on year. Fundamental to our business, I think, is our passion and our drive and our commitment. The early days weren't easy. Probably worth mentioning that, actually. The decision to start Bennett Hay came about as a result of us both resigning our jobs and giving up a very secure salary to have a punt and see whether this would work. We had no existing business. We started from scratch. There was nothing. We spent 6 months writing manuals on how to operate a business, trying to find suppliers who would deal with us even though we had no clients, and trying to find a client. And it took us 6 months to find our first client. And then, like buses, 3 came along in a row, which is a great start. But, we made it possible because we each took money from our family savings and put it into a business account and used that as the working capital to float the business. And then eventually we took that money back out again. The business was floating. But I always remember my wife saying to me, if it doesn't work in 18 months, you have to give up and go and get a job, because after that, you wouldn't really be employable anymore. You'd have lost touch. So thankfully, we went on payroll in month 17. So we just made it. And one of the reasons why I think we have been so successful is our adherence to some very simple values at the start of the journey. And they're still here now. And you probably come across them already. I mean, it is about guest service. It's about delivering the most wonderful experience, the most memorable experience for our guests, so that they just go, wow, and they want to tell their friends about it. They want to come back and have more of it. It's about being personal. It's about us talking to you today, welcoming you to the Bennett Hay community. It's about treating our guests and our clients in a personal way, our other stakeholders like our suppliers. It's about not having one size fits all, but always looking for that unique matrix solution that works well in a given environment, because that
That generates longevity in relationships.
But the favorite value, of course, is our third one, adventurous. Adventurous is what we came up with. A lot of people talk about innovation and that sort of challenge of trying to come up with something new, forward thinking. So for us, it's about being adventurous, and we really encourage all of you to be as adventurous as possible because what's always made us different is that we tend to want to challenge the status quo. We tend to want to sort of try new things differently. And often, adventurous can be an idea that you come up with that you saw somewhere else that really impressed you, and you see a way of bringing it into your own operation and working with your team. So we really encourage that, and don't be afraid to try something new. If it doesn't work, fine, you move on. But we have a very open and honest culture. But for us, it's so important to be just looking after one guest at a time, and just really concentrate on making a difference to that person. Our role is to make sure that all of you are well looked after, and we support you, we train you, and we're there if you need support and help. But in return, what we expect is you to turn up every day, with a very guest focus, sort of agenda. Do everything you can to look after our guests and just make them
The
there.
measure of success for us is leaping out of bed on Monday morning, really enjoying the prospect of going to work. It doesn't happen every Monday, but it should happen most Mondays, I think. We want to have a lovely community, and we want you to play your part in making it a lovely community. And we hope that in joining us, you'll thrive, and that you'll have fun, be memorable, be a great time to look back on, and that actually you'll stay with us for a long time, as long as you're able to, and that you can grow as we grow. So have fun.